I need to buy some duty officers for this character. Shield restoration. Let's see, it's like a bit crest. So that's supposed to be a shuttle bay. Looks like underhang windows. That'll be the warp core eject point. There is supposed to be a captain's yacht. Okay. Just darkened area, it's not indented. But they are slightly indented. Really need to use this model to update. There's a torpedo launchers. Okay. I've got a Space Engineer's model of this ship, but unfortunately it's incorrect. Who do I need to speak to? If they are saying speak to Lieutenant Commander Santo, any admiral. Bank, vault, shuttle, mail, exchange. There's an exchange here, that's interesting. Maybe I need to come to Sierra more often. I just dropped you off, didn't I?
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tenay has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Hakona system. If you have a runabout, fighter, or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the vault and explore the interior. Any questions? What? Oh, that mythical boogeyman organization? No. This is a standard Starfleet operation at the behest of Admiral Tenay and supported by Starfleet intelligence. In case you were wondering, that means that you should observe all regulations and don't start a war. Any questions? Very well. Remember, you must use a shuttlecraft, runabout, fighter, or similar small operations craft to undertake this mission. We need on-site intel from the interior of the vault. Starfleet will not clear you to enter the Hakona system otherwise. Good luck.
Okay. I'm going to take a seat and be back in a moment. I did not realise that my character can do that with a tail. That's fun. Okay, now I have already purchased several fighter craft, but it said something about a runabout, so maybe I can get a runabout. Who knows? We'll see. So I need to speak with the officer in the shipyard. I just also said something about another level, so let's have a level. Upper level doesn't really have much, does it? But it was a fun adventure. There's a bunch of seating. Well, that was a fun adventure. Medical officer in case you have an injury. Okay, 13 gets me nothing. 14 gets me ground ability. 15 gets me R&D. 17 gets me subnucleonic beam. Not terribly useful. Okay. Right, so I need to go. Okay. Customize Starship. Wonder, is there something I can customize? That looks interesting. That looks even more interesting. That looks kind of fun. I think that's the one I'm using. I don't really like that one, it's a bit too dark. Let's go with that one. Oh, I didn't know I can get a runabout. Yellowstone runabout. Let's grab a stalker fighter. I do like the Peregrine sometimes, so we'll grab one of those. Don't remember if Delta Glass Shuttle. Alright, where's the there you are. I did not. Okay. Let's fit out the Yellowstone because I'm going to be using that. I love how this guy over here is smashing the console. He's doing a Kylo Ren on the console. Prototype pro. That right. And there is no Omnis. Yep, phaser cannons, phaser relays. Go with ship equipment. Showing a lot of disruptor. This is a Mark III laser turret. I guess I'll just stick with the standard. Amp spud turn, that's a good one, I think. Yeah, I think that'll have to do it. Let's I could put the turret on there, but I'll stick with the Omni. Combat impulse. Warp core. Right, so shields would be good, but I could use the new Miri shields. Oh, I need a deflector. Tachyon with control and shield heal. go with the positron. And I need to reply to a message. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yes. Would be a really good idea to have somewhat decent thing, wouldn't it? That one's currently in use, so let's see. Ship weapons. Let's go with ultra rare. No, epic. 39 million. Very rare. That's better. Phaser turrets. Dual beam phasers. Torpedoes. Disruptors. Protostar. Only the one protostar thing. Why not? It'd be funny. Right, devices. Don't really need those. Let's go to the selector and switch to the runabout. Apparently I don't, so right, I'm gonna have to, yeah, right, okay. Well, that's fun. Right. I need to switch ships. Save and continue. I don't want to go to the runabout. Right, now, what we got? Photonic displacer should be science. Temporal displacement. Those two. Because impulse is definitely engineering. And I'll put a weapons thing on there. Nice runabout. Right. Okay, so they want me to go and do the vault thing. I can do the vault thing. While I'm doing that, getting there thing, let's sort out this. Brace for impact. Burst of impulse. That thing. Let's shove these in here. Why not? Tachyon beam is not a thing that I'm going to want. Yeah, geez, sneezy today. Right, I don't want Travail in the slot. Let's have Flores. And that was going to be Cola's there. Wait, it took those. Don't have anything for those yet. Because reputation is still locked. Okay. Don't need the standard issue stuff, so I can get rid of that. I'm going to keep that Omni array though, because that could be useful later. Tect on that Omni array. Yes, it's only a standard issue, but it's an Omni array and you don't get them very often.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspects. Sensors are...
Okay. Firstly, I'm going to get the stuff that's out here. Examine derelict ship. Examine. Right, so I don't want to interact with them.
The Remans have been alerted to our presence.
Dang. Really don't want to alert the Remans. Really do not want to alert the Remans. That was a lot of ship. That was a lot of I'm dead.
Indications are that this vessel, although the vessel's end, if we can get close to them. Looks like they left this satellite as...
Now that's the thing that I was after. Mm-hmm. I don't even understand it anymore. Or I'm gonna have to take one of them out eventually, so.
This asteroid is unusually large, and it's clearly been mined. Looks like the fragment has picked up a bit of residual energy from our weapon burst. It'll be radiating energy for a while. Other than that, it's just... Approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the Remans.
Subsurface relay, large asteroid. Where's the maintenance pod? Oh, place satellite in maintenance mode. Is it the satellite? No. That's a ship. Must be that satellite. No. So the only thing I've got left that I can do is go to the vault.
The satellite's in maintenance mode. We can pass through the net.
I don't even know where the docking entrance is. Well, I guess we just approached the station.
Picking up some unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior.
Oh, there's something over there. Right. It's over here. This is a big station when you think about it.
We've tripped some security systems. The doors are a massive set of interior. This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem, code block 6750. The security key is on a rotation. Each code block matches a piece of one key. Key in the appropriate code when the rotation matches to it. Trying a code on the wrong rotation will probably invalidate that code, so be careful with the timing. That's it. Well done. Microgravity storage crates. Mostly construction supplies. No weapons or unusual energy signatures. There's still power in most of the station. Some of these conduits are damaged. Keep an eye out for energy discharges.
this mission actually really annoying at the end. Ah yes, Borg tech.
Above us, that's a Borg sphere. The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology. Electrical discharges, probably from ionization leaking from the sphere and research nodes. We should be cautious about flying too close to them. The Borg sphere is dormant. Quiet in this area. Too quiet.
Agreed. Feels like that time when they took a shrunk down shuttle into the plasma conduits of the Defiant I believe that episode was one little ship.
This is disturbing.
So our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see? That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not. Never rely on the noble intentions of spies and thieves, Captain. And you and I are either one or the other. I appreciate your level-headedness in an unfortunate situation. As you must have surmised, though, I have already located the Thalaron weapons that I need. One of my ships has completed transporting them, and soon we shall make our first strike against the Romulans in our war for liberation. Sadly, we cannot trust any outside powers to ally with us. Your honesty under pressure is refreshing. Lesser beings would be scheming to learn my plans or begging for mercy. Your intellect and discretion do you credit. Frankly, I'm astonished by your commitment to principle. I had a very low opinion of Starfleet officers. Sadly, this means that you are also a determined enemy, and a dangerous one. I will allow you to explore the station at your leisure, but I cannot allow you to leave. I'm sure you understand my position. Perhaps at some future time, when the Riemann people are free, I will be able...
And this is the bit where it gets annoying. I have to fight my way out. I might as well look up here while I'm at it. I mean, this does look cool. Right, time to leave. There ain't no one that can stop me. I only have 2 weapons, so I want to choose which ones fire and which ones don't, because otherwise it's a bit overkill. Or I can just auto-fire them. It's a shuttlecraft, I might as well, you know, take a bit more control. Yep. Once again. I hate scorpions. Well, I don't. They're nice.
Warning, ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
Let's regain a bit of shield before I go, shall I? There's my shields.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Okay, this is going to be rather tricky. So let's, you know, do some stuff.
Target's shields have failed.
Blast the door locks.
Later. I have a first things first complex. Like that. Okay, time to get out.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
No, he's not there, so he must be on the other side of the door. Yeah, he's right there.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Look on the door.
Ship is under attack.
So we're taking care of that big ship. Was normally the problem that I have in this place. Just let my shield recharge for a minute. And there's probably going to be an even bigger ship in here, isn't there? Yeah, Light Warbird. Well, that wasn't too bad.
We must stop Obisek's ship. They cannot be allowed to possess Thalaron weapons. We can use...
Now, if I remember correctly, this next part is I've got to target the smaller things, while my ship targets the bigger things. In other words, it's ship and shuttle, but I'm the shuttle. Or shuttle and fleet.
Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We are now in the Micronebula. USS Laza is signaling us. They're going to engage the Riemann ship, but they want us to take care of the fighters and plasma torpedoes.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
That was quite an explosion. Probably from the Thaleron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Federation space.
Well, that was kind of fun. Okay. Go debrief. Feels terrible that I let them get that damage from one torpedo, but I took care of all the fighters. Yeah, let's switch back to Era. That loadout kind of makes a little bit more sense. This model's a little bit shorter. I thought it was longer. Also blockier. On second thoughts, I really don't like this model. Wait, why is this all... How did that all... Because I switched ship, isn't it? Okay, gotta go around and recustomize my ship because I don't like it. And the sails are too high, the ship is too short. Old style. Not as black but sleek. Maybe if I let's just stick with the Rhode Island. Okay. When ranking up a character, one should always realise that the more you spend on your ranks before you get to 65 or 60, you know, the less you're going to have, because once you get to your 65, 60, you know, you're at max level. It gets to the point where, like, you're not really changing weapons, and that's the time to spend money on your weapons. What medical truck there? Triage is no EV heal. Backorder scan gets me a debuff on all characters. Makes sense. It's a weird ass plant. I do wish they wouldn't be coughing all over the place in the refectory. Or the canteen.
I've taken a preliminary look at your logs, and it seems that things went a bit unexpectedly. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll be seeing the vault. The Riemann commander you encountered is definitely a major player in the disintegration of the Romulan Star Empire. I'm going to send the information you gathered over to an old colleague of mine, Dr. Maximilian Peters, for analysis. If this Riemann is a leader in their separatist movement, we'll have to deal with him again. And hopefully Dr. Peters can work up a psychological profile for him, and a sociological analysis of the separatists. Our next step will be to decode the signal intelligence and go through any remnants left from the ship that was destroyed near the vault. Now that we know that the Riemanns were hoping to use Thaleron weapons, we need to figure out their target location. Right now, Starfleet knows far too little about a civil war in the making. but it'll take time to sift through all of the data. Keep in touch. Starfleet will notify you when we have a lead. Oh, and thanks for the good work.
I love how he calls me captain even though I'm a lieutenant commander. But then again, I'm in command of a ship, so I'm a captain.
Excellent work. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obasek and the Romulans. Sila's forces may indeed be hounding the Remans, but the use of Thalaron weapons is unacceptable. Not even the Klingons or the Breen will stoop to such barbarism. Starfleet intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step may be to investigate these sites and find out why the Remans want to destroy them. I have...
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Well, there's rank 14.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Reman targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out. I have new missions for you.
Okay, that could be fun. I can't sit there, but I can sit over here, I think. Can I sit here? No. I can only sit over there. I'll go sit downstairs. Oh, it won't even let me sit there. Let's do a city sit. Right, I will be back. Or something. Okay. Info system. More space point. Shield capacity. My 14. Let's try an intelligence disaster, see how far I get. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Apparently it'll disappear as I get there. Yeah, get them off. Right, let's go straight for the target then. Okay. We do what we can because we can. Dickens is this all about? Not going to hail immediately, I'm going to get the magnesite.
You've stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack! Attack!
Ryans. When will they learn? Don't mess with somebody that knows what he's doing.
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed.
Not very hospitable indeed.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite, hmm? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you?
Hmm. Yeah, it's Brincolas. Colas has a sniper. Anything better on me at the moment?
Did you need something? It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community on Virenat, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since. I'm a biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology, working with copper-based blood. On Virenat, I handled a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutritional deficiencies for the people living here. I can't afford passage off of this moon. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I don't know how long that will last. This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi, Madron, rides everyone hard to make a profit. But just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things, or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines. I'm sure of it.
Anomalies, anomalies, we all love anomalies.
Every morning, the first thing I do when I wake is curse that Ferengi's name. Madron found this moon about 2 years after the destruction of the homeworld. Most of our equipment was broken or useless, the supplies were gone, and we were starving. After some negotiations, Madron had his contract and we had food. We're supposed to be working with him, but he's the only one who benefits from our labor. Madron owns the only working ship here, so no supplies come in without him. He negotiates all of the ore contracts, so most of the latinum goes into his pocket. And he sets the prices for food, medicine, and equipment. So everyone here owes him more than we can ever repay. He owns us now. I hate him for that, but I can't live without. I have heard this, but I have not seen that it is true. Are you going to go to every Romulan on every world and hand them bread? Because that is the only way you can help all of us. The strong take from the weak. Sela and her ships are strong. The Tal Shiar is strong. Your aid goes to fill their bellies and heal their wounds, Starfleet, not mine.
Okay. I gotta finish it. Remember this mission correctly. I gotta go fix a bunch of shit and get the Romulans on my side and la di da di da. But there's gonna be a bunch of shit that I have to do.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hathara. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries. And I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need. I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out...
Okay.
I'm sorry, I really can't talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft. I need someone who is familiar with the techniques involved in sonar analysis of soil compositions. How good is your podology? I've marked some coordinates on your map. Please go there. Scan...
La da 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 da. Gotta love a little bit of pounce. Pounce is fun. Pounce is pouncy. Gotta say, the cat's tail is very, very stiff. A lot stiffer than I like. It's about as good as it gets, really. Unless you go for fluid dynamic animation, which take a lot more processing power.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help. This information will be incredibly useful when we're ready to tap a new vein of ore. To answer your question, I'm not sure what makes this mine special. I haven't had much chance to explore the whole thing, though. My shuttle broke down in the system 6 weeks ago. Modron was happy to pick me up, but he's holding my shuttle until I've worked out the cost of the repairs. I can't wait to get off this rock. I have seen some strange people in the lower levels of the mine. I tried to do a survey down there once, but they wouldn't let me pass. Perhaps you should look there.
Hey, back to Madron.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of Teferi space?
Okay. Explore the magnesite mine. Actually, let me have a 500 per officer. Cable gated, playable fusion. Cable. Go. Fusion bridge officer. Let's playable cable. Let's go to bridge officers. Yeah, it's 500 an officer. Okay. I was just thinking about getting some bridge officers to accompany my captain. Be on guard, Coles. You never know what we'll run into down here.
What do you want? This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. And I don't like you!
Don't take kindly to people that get in my way. There. Okay. Series of pressure plates. Protect what the Romulans may have to restore data security measures. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it wants me to get Coles to stand there while I stand here. Right. Saying there's something over here, so let's do this. Hidden Romulan base, obviously.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking.
There is much here you do not understand.
Hakeef.
The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Resistance is futile. Oh boy. A lot of intelligence logs. Is there a console somewhere? Ah, there. Code invalid, right.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakiv has his way, we all will. Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar's secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, you must tell me why you are here and what you want. The Remans know about this base? Impossible! Only— Are you sure you want to end things like this?
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do in little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Okay, well that was almost fun.
My mind! What have you done to my mind? Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract. And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the Quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business. Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janik and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on... Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Okay. We've got to do Tower Shiar Fountain Halls and conference room, right. So if I go to Starship Bridge, because this is how you do this, it's a bit confusing. Really is a little bit confusing. You go to Starship Bridge. A lovely bridge. What's in here? This conference room. Do I have a conference room? Is it on the other side? Ooh, a plaque. Lovely with black. Let's see if I go to crew deck. It's medical. Big corridor. Lounge. Lounge. I don't like how the ceilings are so high. It used to be a little bit more cozy. So if it's not down the bottom here, I'll just have to go back to the bridge. Oh, I have some quarters. Didn't even know I have quarters. That's fun. Science. Engines, resilient shields. Nothing that I want at the moment. Okay. Need to change my interior size.
The Tal Shiar records we recovered showed that Hakim and his forces have been targeting the Remans for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thaleron weapons in the Fahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
Let's go with the cannons.
I have new
Congratulations,
missions.
Lieutenant Commander.
We know from the information you recovered from the Vahar system that the Tal Shiar are planning to attack a Riemann settlement in the Dara system. We have an opportunity to reach the settlement first. This may be a completely internal matter, and if so, the Prime Directive will come into play. We will not be able to interfere, but if there is an outside influence directing these matters, we must know what it is. Our encounters with the Undine and the Changelings have proven that there are entities attempting to move the powers of the Quadrant like pieces in a Cal-To game. It is essential to protecting the Federation to see these attempts for what they are and counter them. I want you to go to the Dara system and learn more about the Riemann Uprising. The Riemanns will have hidden their base, so you may have to use subterfuge to find it. One more thing. I realize this is a dangerous situation and that you may be drawn into conflict, but do not antagonize the Riemanns or the Romulans if you can avoid doing so. We are already at war with the Klingon Empire. I would prefer to avoid another.
I have new missions for you.
What we got here? Science training. Let's do sonic pulse. It's a confuse option, I think. What's going to be most useful is the sector space travel speed. Okay. Vulcan female engineering. Rigelian female science. Saurian male tactical. Let's go with the Rigelian female. Oh, good lord. They gave her the creature animation. I have to change that. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to be it for a bit, because I've been doing this for, the stream says 2.5 hours, so I will catch you all later.